Hello, I'm Desmond Freeman. I've recently finished a collection of 50 drawings on the architecture of Venice, which I'm producing for an exhibition and for a book next year. In these drawings, I rely greatly on architectural rendering for fairly simple things like a painted wall, for brickwork, and sometimes for textured stucco on the sides of a building. There are more complex issues as well, like marble, but today I really want to focus on the painted finish and on brickwork. The Copic range of pens have really enabled me to develop a series of techniques for perfecting these finishes, and I'm going to show you a few of them today. This is a limited edition print of the finished picture we're going to be using, and I'll start with achieving the type of paint finish you can see in the very center of the picture. I'm using warm grey number 2, W2, for the base colour of the wall. Now for the second building on the right, I'm using neutral grey number 1, N1. It's important before adding any shadows to these walls that you achieve some variation in the texture of the wall using the Colourless Blender sparingly. This will overcome a flat and lifeless look to the wall surface. And now the same effect using the Colourless Blender sparingly on the lighter grey building. And now for the shadow effects. Select a direction for the light source, in this case the sun of course, and use that consistently throughout the picture. Wherever any element of the building protrudes from the wall surface, it will cast a shadow on the face of the wall. I'm using warm grey 4, W4 for the right hand building, and C4 for the left-hand building. If you feel that shadow is too dark, you can always lighten it with the Colourless Blender as I'm showing here. It's important when selecting colours for the shadows that you select darker colours from the same colour group. The Copic numbering system makes this very easy by using letters to identify colour families. Rendering brickwork can vary from extremely detailed to a very simple suggestion of brickwork, using a few colours to create the effects. First I'm going to select a base colour for the walls of the building, realising that the wall on the left-hand side will be in shadow. For this I've selected Brick Beige E31. The wall in shadow to the left of this will have 2 coats or more of Brick Beige and possibly a coat of neutral grey number 1, N1, to add the shadow effect. Given that the brick courses have already been drawn in using a fine black multiliner, I can then select, say, 3 additional colours for the bricks themselves and carefully add the colour to 1 or more bricks at a time to provide the variation required. For this I've selected light caramel E55, pale sepia YR24 and sand E33. You can see from the final drawing that to render terracotta roof tiles is a very similar process to that of the bricks. With the vast Copic colour range, the opportunities to experiment with colour, with intensity, with saturation and with hue are virtually limitless. So until next time, enjoy your drawing.